We're talking about alternative currencies, and I think pretty much the entire world is coming to recognize that private central banks issuing all public currency as a loan at interest is a disaster. It is a failed experiment. It's made the bankers richer than Midas, but it's impoverished and indebted the rest of the world in order to enslave them. So a value-based currency is definitely a very good idea. And a value-based currency issued by a government that is serving the people in the nation is a good idea. But what are you going to value it in? And it has to be something everybody universally recognizes as having value. You could walk into any country on earth with a can of gasoline and you would find somebody who'd want to trade for it. But in order to avoid manipulation and speculation, you need to have that unit of value, something that is available in enough supply where it can't be monopolized. And I know a lot of people are starting to talk about going back to the gold standard, and I absolutely disagree with that, because all of these private central bankers are buying up all the gold now. While the price is artificially depressed, they're grabbing all the gold that they can, which means if we dump the reserve system of banking for a gold-backed currency, we're still going to be enslaved by those same bankers who now have all the gold that they bought with their paper money. So in terms of a unit of transportation, maybe I'm a little confused as to how you would use this transportation as a foundation for a monetary system. And maybe I just don't see it because I haven't thought about it long enough. But could you clarify that real quick?
Well, there'd be transportation coupons to begin with. And then as you know, and as we build a clientele, I mean, I'm not trying to create any shortcuts here. The service has to be good. We have to deliver with a smile and really serve the public and get them to see the value of it. Because, you know, that is it'll probably run at a loss because all public transportation, you know, bus systems are all run at a loss. So we'll probably have to take a hit for a year or two, you know, massive, you know, investment. But once we have some sense of how much it costs to move people around, and if they have some sense of what they're actually paying for their automobiles with, you know, tires and gas and insurance and everything else, they're a very expensive way to get around. And so, you know, if they're willing to sacrifice just a little bit of convenience in order to save a lot of money, and they're willing to do that, then we can branch off into other areas like public currency, where we can say, you know, well, we've turned these transportation coupons into something that you can trade for milk and eggs.
And then redeem later for transportation.